You want to know one of the hardest parts of reaching your goal, of achieving success in something that you set out to do? It's the point where you don't even know if it's working, right? Recently, I learned the muscle up, and I still have a lot of work to do, right, to clean it up. But I did my first muscle up. And when I committed to it mentally, for a while, I hadn't been able to even do a couple pull ups. But then once I committed mentally and I said, I will for sure learn the muscle up. Along the way, right? Because you don't learn the muscle up by doing the muscle up. I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can do that with resistance bands. However, you learned it through the fundamentals of building the strength in your pull-ups, building the strength in your core, building the strength in your dip, right? So you have to learn the fundamentals, but along the way, it takes a while, right? It took me probably like 3 months to finally do my first muscle up. And along the way, there's times where I would ask myself, is this even working? Is it even worth it, Because obviously I see myself being able to do more pull-ups. However, I still can't do a muscle up. Thousands of times I failed. Fail, over and over, fail. But I've committed to achieving it. I've committed mentally to being able to do it, to being able to learn this skill. So along the way, the hardest part is you pushing yourself past it, because when you have those doubts and you ask yourself, is this even working? Is this even worth it? Should I even keep going? That's the part that gets most people. That's the part that gets most people in anything. Achieving financial success, achieving a goal like a muscle up or learning a skill. That is the part that gets most people, because somewhere along the way, people start asking themselves, even on their weight loss journey, gaining muscle, along the way they start asking themselves, is this even working? Because if you start going to the gym, right, you're not going to see results until later. So you have to have the discipline to understand and delay gratification. Understand that your results might not be instant. Your results might not come till later on, but let me keep doing the work right now so that I can achieve those results. Because if you don't do the work now, you're not going to get the result later. So in your mind, you have to be able to push yourself, because along the way, I had this happen to me where I told myself, does this even work? I don't see myself being able to do a muscle up. But I told myself, you committed to it. You told yourself it was going to happen. You told your subscribers it was going to happen. So I don't care how many times you have to fail. I don't care. I failed 1,000 times. Well, guess what? I don't give a fuck if I have to fail 500,000 times or even 1,000,000, because I set it out in my mind and I will achieve it. So you have to be able to push yourself and be strong enough. You have to develop the mental fortitude to push yourself when no one is there to push you, instead of quitting halfway there, because you ask yourself, is this even working? Sometimes the work might seem like it's not working, but guess what? If you keep pushing, you will see the result. Because if you see someone else and they did the work that you are doing, right? Because along the way to achieving any goal, you have to put in the work that's maybe monotonous, maybe the work that you don't really want to do, that's kind of boring. But if you figured out that that is the way to the goal and someone else has achieved it, guess what? If they achieved it, that means so can you. That means they paid their dues. That's the part that you didn't see. You didn't see the part where they failed thousands of times, countless times. You didn't see the part where they had to push themselves to get to where they wanted to be. You didn't see that. So you have to be able to push yourself. You have to be your own motivator. You have to be able to hold yourself accountable and say, listen, just because it gets hard doesn't mean I'm going to quit. You keep going until you achieve the goal. All right, bro?